In news that shocked absolutely no one, Ty Gibbs will officially go to the Cup Series to drive for Joe Gibbs Racing. As I said, not really a shock. I mean, you can't really fake it either. Ever since it was questioned that Kyle Busch would be in the 18 next year if he would leave, the top candidate has always been Ty Gibbs. It has always been discussed that Ty Gibbs will take over. Even when Kyle Busch, it was announced that he was gone, no one assumed anything else other than Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs will join Joe Gibbs Racing on the Cup Series side of things in 2023. And we got some details and some different details that we didn't expect. News! Ty Gibbs will compete full-time for Joe Gibbs Racing in the 2023 NASCAR Cup Series behind the wheel of the number 54 Toyota Camry TRD. That's new. Gibbs won the 2022 Xfinity Series title with 7 wins and 23 top 10 finishes. In just 51 career Xfinity starts, he won 11 races, 21%, scored 33 top 10s, 64%, and led 1,234 laps. He also won the 2021 ARCA Series Championship. Chris Gale, who served as crew chief during his Xfinity Series Championship, will move with Gibbs to serve as crew chief in the Cup Series. JGR intends to utilize the number 18 in the NASCAR Cup Series in future years. As I said, no shock that Ty Gibbs is going up to the Cup Series for Joe Gibbs Racing, and it's honestly not a shock that Chris Gale is going with him. They have both been extremely successful together. As this post said, they have had lots of wins together. Lots of top 10s. They have an Xfinity championship. There's no reason to split them up. If you're going to bring Ty Gibbs up to Cup, might as well bring Chris Gale up to Cup. As for the future of Ben Bayshore, I don't know. He may stay within JGR as a different part. He may go to the Xfinity Series and crew chief the Xfinity Series car now. So nothing on Ben Bayshore. He was the crew chief for Kyle Busch, of course, for the past 2 seasons. And yeah, his future is up in the air right now in terms of his exact role. But Chris Gale will be the crew chief. And the number 54, a lot of people aren't going to like that the 18's gone, which I don't think people will be mad, but it's just like, oh, the 18's so iconic. It's been in NASCAR for so long, with Joe Gibbs Racing for so long. Like, everyone knows the 18 JGR, and it not being on the track, it's going to be weird. There's no denying that. But I honestly think this is a good idea, because think about it. When you think of Ty Gibbs, you think of him in the 54 in Xfinity. You think of him in the Monster Energy number 54. Now, there's no confirmation that Monster Energy will be with Ty Gibbs in the 54 at JGR, but I think it's safe to assume. They've been with him for a while now. They've been with him in the Xfinity Series. Safe to say they'll be with him in Cup, especially now that Kurt Busch is gone, not racing full-time. So they can just switch over to JGR and sponsor Ty Gibbs. So that would be my guess for the sponsor, Monster Energy. But, you know, also I think from a branding standpoint, Gibbs, everyone who has Ty Gibbs merch has his merch as number 54. They know him as number 54. Might as well keep it consistent. You're staying with the same organization. You got the same crew chief, same car owner. Might as well keep it consistent. Keep the same number. Keep the 54, and he'll be known as the 54 until the end of his career. So I think that's a good call, honestly. I really do. You know, I know a lot of people are going to be a little bit upset that the 18's no longer on the track, but I think the 54 and Ty Gibbs, they already go together. No harm, no foul, in my opinion. But yeah, and then obviously it says there at the end that they intend to utilize the number 18 in the Cup Series in future years. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means, well, they have 4 cars, so they can't open a 5th because of the charter system. I guess that means like when Denny or Truex retires, they'll rebrand that into the 18. I don't know. This is going to end up being like Hendrick Motorsports. Remember, Hendrick went through a bunch of rebranding. The 24 became the 9. The 5 became the 24. The 48 became, or the 88 became the 48. The 48 became the 5, all within a span of like 5 years. I feel like that might happen at JGR now, with the 18 becoming the 54, and then in the future the 19 will turn into the 18, or the 11 will turn into the 18, depending on what happens. I don't know. My guess is the 19 turns into the 18 because they haven't had the 19 that long, whereas the 11 is more historic and more important to Gibbs. But no real shocking news here. The biggest shock is that he's going to be in the number 54, honestly. But Ty Gibbs is indeed in the Cup Series. honestly, it's deserved. There's gonna be some moments. Like let's not act like he's been perfect this year on the track for the Xfinity Series. He's had his moments. Obviously, the big one being with him and Brandon Jones at Martinsville. He's got a lot of there's some polishing that's gonna have to happen. He's got a lot of raw talent. He has shown he knows how to win races, but he has also upset some people on the track. And if he keeps on doing that in the Cup Series, it's going to come back to bite him. So he does have to change a few things in terms of his driving style. You know, he can be aggressive, but you can't be too aggressive. Definitely cannot wreck a teammate in the Cup Series. If you do that to Denny Hamlin, you are going to hear about it. You do it to Truex, you're going to hear about it. Even if you do it to Bell, you're going to hear about it. So he's got some work to do in terms of, you know, just getting everything nice and neat. But the fact of the matter is he's got a lot of talent. He's won a lot of races. He's coming up to the Cup Series now. Doesn't matter what you think of him. It doesn't matter if you think, oh, it's Grandpa's, it's Joe Gibbs' grandson. No dip, he's getting it. He's shown on the track in the Xfinity Series. He knows how to win. He knows how to run up front, and he's got a championship. So he's deserved it. You can argue it all you want. It's not like he's coming up to the Cup Series with 0 wins in Xfinity. But yeah, no shock here today. Ty Gibbs to the Cup Series. Let me know your thoughts on this. It's going to be sad to not see the 18, the M&M's 18. Man, I had to wear the hat today, obviously, but it's just so hard to believe. It's not going to hit me till Daytona when Kyle Busch is going around in the number 8, and then obviously not seeing the 18. It's going to be really weird, but yeah, that's all I got for today. Just a quick little news update. Let me know your thoughts on Ty Gibbs to the 54. Well, I guess he's staying in the 54, the Cup Series 54. And I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you later.